I wanted to thank you so much for your time, and just a couple of questions I wanted to ask you about your experiences at New Directions. What do you feel your young adult has achieved while at New Directions?
Do you want to go first?
Certainly a level of independence.
Huge.
I mean,
self-confidence. I mean, it's something he desperately wants, his autonomy.
Well, it's kind of funny about the self-confidence, because he would say he's always had it, but
I think he would admit
from
now
our
that
perspective,
he has more.
Yeah, he didn't really exercise that confidence and independence until he was there.
And I think it shows up.
Yeah.
And I think that he's able to shine a little bit with his kindness. He's always had a hard time making friends, and he's not the outgoing type. And I think it's easier for him to be in his own skin and know what he likes, and that he's actually found real friends. And he's been proud of, he has an apartment, and he's taught himself to cook. I should say he had a mentor for a little while helping him cook, but now he'll cook dinner and he'll invite the roommate will help, and then they'll have people come over from in the community that they've met. He's had friends come over from his college classes and do homework together. That was never something he was able to do before. And I think he's really proud of that.
It's so great to hear. What about the academic support? Have you been satisfied with the level of academic support that he's received while in school?
Yeah, so I think with our son, there's a little bit of anxiety. Like, you'll get an assignment and it sort of sounds larger than life.
No, I would back
and
up.
I think
I would back up even way before that. Even getting into a college course.
Okay.
He needed the assistance from New Directions to even obtain and sign up for the classes.
To navigate it.
Navigate it, because he had never done it before.
Yeah.
And he even ran into some snags with the local college that he absolutely had to have multiple trips.
That's true.
To the college administrator to get it all ironed out, fixed.
So yeah, with red tape. So it's nice to have someone supporting you there.
Yeah.
And I think he gets academic supports twice a week now. So you're right. It was navigating to get in both fall semester and spring semester for what to register, how to register with the abilities office that he's a member of, and doing the assignments. So what I thought of first was, when there's a large assignment, there's sort of like the deer in the headlights. Oh, did I get all the instructions? And so it's nice to be able to go back to the homework team and say, can you help me make sense of it? Yeah. And break it down into smaller pieces, and check in and, just sort of stay on top of it and make sure you're getting the assignment done on time and the way it's been directed.
And you felt that you were on top of it.
Because before he went to New Directions, when faced with a multi-component, let's say paper to write, go in the headlights, didn't really know what to do, always was challenging him.
Research, outline,
but
draft, final.
Here we are 6 months in, and he didn't even tell us that he had a multi-part complicated paper that he had to write.
Let's do this Friday.
He just did it.
He's doing it.
So, yeah.
It's nice.
What about the clinical support? What have you felt about the level of support he's received in that area?
And so, well, quite honestly, the first person he was assigned to was transitioning. I think there was a family issue, and then they had to leave. So that was sort of a slow start. We had to restart, but he advocated for himself. In the time that he was in groups, he was watching some of the mentors and some of the therapists who led the groups, and he'd come to you and he had said, there's this one person I really think that I click with, and can I have him as a therapist? And it's been working beautifully.
Yeah.
And they really understand each other. And I think Elon is, we've broken down from the defense mechanism that he, throws up, and trust this person. And I think that they have a good relationship.
Yeah, and I think a positive for
that individual therapist recommended a family therapist to us, which is something I have wanted for the last 2 years. And this person, we've been only 4 hours, 4 sessions. Brilliant.
She's great.
We're all communicating better.
Yep.
They're like the anger and the defense down. We can't wait for our Friday mornings. That's huge.
Can we pause? Can you tell your father to turn his music down?
Oh, can you hear the Ella Fitzgerald in the background?
I can't hear anything.
Oh, then you're fine. Do you want me to close the door? I'll close the door.
It is closed.
No, I think it's not.
Is your dad visiting you?
No, he lives here.
No. Oh, Michael, you forgot.
He's
He moved in last summer after he was out of the hospital.
Yeah. But we just today we visited the last assisted living home to review. So that process is done. So now we're going to be able to narrow it down and start choosing which ones for him to contract with and move to.
Right.
So we almost have the house to ourselves again.
No, it's been, we've had to, his health has been so spotty that, and his memory is even worse, that it's nice to have him with us, but our lives have stopped. I'm a full-time caregiver.
So while his health has been improving since when he moved in, his memory has been just going downhill.
Right.
And, Elon says he wants to come home at least for the summer until he transfers to another college.
But not if Grandpa's here.
And he's like, Grandpa has to be out. I can't take that kind of stress.
Yeah.
Which I understand. I can barely take this.
Totally understand too. Yeah.
And then you can come and visit.
So what about the behavioral interventions that we've implemented? Do you think that they were effective and helpful?
Oh, wait a minute.
They don't apply to us.
It doesn't apply.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't had
any behavior plan. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the level of communication that you've had with your young adults therapist and with other New Direction staff? Do you feel like staff have been responsive, that they've been available when you've wanted to communicate with them?
Yeah.
Everyone, from the director down to transportation. The individual therapist is marvelous. We do a once a week check-in, but there's no question that we're ever left with. I mean, they understand each other so well, and the communication with us is good.
I would say almost to the point of overreaction. Because when the parents' bases say, hey, we need your people to look after our kid for X, Y, and Z, suddenly Elon has 6 different people coming at him from different directions. Hey, Elon, X, Y, and Z. And he's like, no, please, I get it.
That's
anything else that you'd like to say about New Directions that you feel would be beneficial or useful for parents to know who are looking at the program?
Give me a minute, because I did not think of that in advance. And we've had a really good experience overall. So I need to we did our homework. We used a consultant. I, on my own, and in combination with the consultant, we looked at maybe 16 possible places and narrowed it down to 6 that would be appropriate, because all of them have different flavors, different population, the size, amount, locations to community schools if you want to take classes, walkability. Our son doesn't drive. And clearly, we brought the final 6 to our kid and said, you go through these. And the only one he wanted, there was so much offered the outdoor activities, which is he's an outdoor kind of sporty type, you know, kayaking, just getting some fresh air. The possibility of, you know, working with a transition person vocational for part-time work and being near several colleges that are accessible.
Yep.
It just, you know, he wanted that feeling. He really wanted to find a community. And I think the staff is wonderful. You know, they sort of match you up. There's enough events going on, you know, there's dinners and barbecues and things that if you just come out of your shell a little bit, you can find people to be with.
So I take it you're happy with the decision you made?
Oh, yeah.
Your son to New
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been really good. Thank you.